Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. I hope that you guys are enjoying my videos and getting a lot of benefit out of it. Again, if you guys have any suggestions or any feedback, let me know. I'm always here to listen or to read. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about a comment that an individual left on my channel. Her name is Achira, and this is what she says. I just want to share this comment. Hey Shikha, I really love your videos, but I have a question. In this video, you also talked about being mean. I don't know if that's an INFJ thing or not, but I've always wanted to be that kind person and always feel bad if I'm being mean. I'm often naive and I'm always trying to be kind to people no matter who they are and what they did. I feel like it's wrong to be mean to people or even hate people. I hate it when I hate someone. It feels so wrong. And I want to know, is it wrong to hate someone else? Is it wrong to be mean to someone? Do we pay a price if we hate someone like karma? Or only if we make decisions based on hate? And where is the limit? I'm sorry for so many questions. Maybe you could make a video about it. Thank you, Achira, for the question. There's so much that I want to say on this subject, so I'm just going to jump right into it. It is very hard for an INFJ to be truly mean. I don't know if you guys know what being truly mean means. It's when you actually feel it from the bottom of your heart and you're mean to someone and you don't even feel any repercussions for being mean. We are usually very kind people. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're nice all the time. And not being nice is not similar to being mean. All of these words are so similar to each other, and I think we have different connotations on it. But I'll explain, or I'll give you my definitions of these words. So maybe that'll explain a little bit of what I mean when I say mean, when I say nice, when I say kind. When you're walking down the street and someone falls on the ground, slips on the ice or something like that, if you laugh, I think that's being mean. You're being mean to the person. If you help the person, you pick them up and you help them dust themselves off, then you're being kind. And nice is the kind of person who doesn't laugh at the person and he just walks away or looks away because they don't want them to be embarrassed. I've done that so many times. I've lived in Canada a long time, and I live in places where the floor can get slippery. The stones there's a lot of stone pavements where there's rain and it gets slippery, and there's older people or younger people or people in general falling all the time in front of me, or they'll slip and fall and they'll hurt themselves, or they'll slip and fall and feel embarrassed. Now, what a lot of people do at that point is that they'll look at that person and laugh. I think that's mean, all right? What I always do is I pretend like I didn't even see it. I pretend like I didn't see it. I look away. I pretend like I'm in my head, or I'll look at my book, and I'll pretend like I didn't see that person so that they don't feel embarrassed because I saw them. I think that's what nice is. I'm not necessarily saying that I'm a nice person, but I think that's the definition of nice for me. Now, of course, kind would be if I actually went up to the person and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, are you hurt? Or do you need any help? Do you want me to pick you up? Do you want me to help you?" I think that's kind. I think kindness always has a sort of action associated with it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think nice is just, you're just being nice. It's just a demeanor, it's a character. But kindness has something associated with it where you actually do something for the person. It's very hard to be kind, I think. So I think those are the different delineations of the words. I hope that makes sense. So from that, I think you'll have a little bit of a better sense of where INFJs stand. Now, INFJs are kind. A lot of times, if I see that a person's fallen, I'll just be standing there, and I am standing there. I've said this before, this story before. I've told you guys. I was standing on this beach once, and there was this slightly overweight woman coming across the path, and she was carrying a backpack, and there were a bunch of people sitting around, chatting, doing their thing, waiting for a bus. I think we were all waiting for a bus, and she fell. I don't know how she fell. I think she tripped. I don't know what happened exactly. I'm not sure. I wasn't looking at her. I was talking to someone. But I heard something behind me, and I turned around and saw her on the ground. No one else got up from their seat. Now that, I think, is mean, right? No one got up from their seat. Some people actually laughed at her. Some people make comments about the fact that she's a little bit overweight, so she deserves it. She's lazy or something. All of that was mean. Now, I could have just been nice and not said anything, looked away, and not done anything. That would have been nice, I think. You're just, because most people, when they fall, they just want people to pretend like they didn't see them, right? So I think in that regard, that's nice. But I wanted to be kind. So I went up to this person when no one else got up. And that really irks me, actually. When no one else is doing something, that really makes me want to do something. Maybe that's an INFJ thing. So I went up to her. Obviously, I asked her, is she all right? She had a few scrapes and bruises on her palms because she used her palms to stop her fall. And, you know, I asked her, you know, do you want any help? There's a Band-Aid, like a first aid kit over there. I can go grab Band-Aids for you, bandages, or if you need any water, I'm here. And the look on her face was of absolute... I wanted to cry at the look on her face, because I feel like she was the kind of person who never actually received that kind of kindness in her life, or it was very rare for her. And so she's like, no, thank you, I'm fine, I'm totally fine, but thank you so much for your kindness, right? Now, I'm not telling you this story in order to boost myself up on anything. I'm just using this as an example, right? I don't always do the right thing. You know, sometimes I'm like, thinking about it, I'm like, should I go help this person? Should I? And then someone else helps them, or it's too late and we've driven away already, or something like that. You know, it's not always the right timing for it either. Now, in terms of being mean, what was her name again? Sorry, Achira. In terms of being mean, I think you're right. INFJs have a very hard time being mean. I can't even imagine why I would want to be mean to someone. It doesn't make any sense to me why, as a human being, as a being right now who has experienced meanness in my life, I've been bullied, I've experienced meanness, I've had people be really cruel to me, and having been that person, how could I, as a human being, be cruel or mean to someone else? It doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't ever do that intentionally. Unintentionally, yes, when I did not realize it and I was being mean, has happened to me a lot of times, when I'll say something in my socially awkward manner, and I'll say something out loud, and people are like, oh my god, stop being so mean. And I'm like, oh, was I being mean? I thought it was the truth. I thought everyone knew this, kind of thing, right? So we don't deliberately want to be mean, because we know, as INFJs, we feel empathy, right? We feel so many feelings and emotions, and we know that as soon as we're mean to someone, we'll feel their emotions and their sadness and that sadness is something that I do not want to feel as an INFJ, or as a human being. You know, I don't want to be mean to someone and then feel that sadness. I think that's one of the reasons I feel that as an INFJ, I'm having such a hard time being in this world right now, because there are so many instances of people being mean to each other and to the beings on this planet. You know, we're doing all these things where hundreds of thousands of species are dying. We're doing all these things where hundreds of thousands of fishes are dying. Species becoming endangered, water being dirtied, rivers being choked, people being sold into slavery, children being used for labor. I mean, there's a lot of sad stuff going on the planet right now, right? I'm saying it with a smile. I'm not saying it with a smile because I want you to be happy about it. I'm just saying it because it's the way it is. And it's hard being an INFJ in this world, because there is a lot of negative emotions in the world right now. And I don't want to add to that negativity. And I think I've done a video on this in the past, where we don't want to add to the pain in the world. There's already a lot of pain in every single person on this planet. Every single person that you meet on the planet is dealing with something or the other. Even if they've had a good childhood, or if they have a good adulthood, even if they're as lucky as I am, there's still stuff going on in the background that we have no idea what's going on with them, right? We don't know everything that's going on with an individual. We don't know how poor they were when they were young, and how much they were bullied. We don't know how hungry they went. We don't know how many people beat them up, or what kind of emotional or sexual abuse they went through, or physical abuse. We don't know anything about people. And I always go into every situation with the assumption that everyone is dealing with some kind of some negativity or some kind of strife. And everyone has their own story, their own backstory. And so I don't really want to add to that pain. Maybe if I can, I want to make it better for them. I want to help them in some case, if I can, and that's the kindness thing. But if I can't make it better, if I can't do anything for them, then I don't want to add to that pain. And that's definitely the point where I'm like, well, then I wouldn't be mean to that person. I don't have enough time to be mean to people, in fact. Like, I'm doing my own thing. I have my work to do. I'm not going to go around being mean to people. How does that make any sense? I can barely kick a rock without feeling, oh my god, I hurt their feelings. Seriously, I mean, this water bottle of mine, sometimes I'll drop her on the floor And yes, it's a her. And sometimes I'll drop her on the floor because I'm carrying too many things, and I'll just cry because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You give me water and you're nice to me and I love you and I just dropped you and I'm so sorry. So if we cannot be mean to inanimate objects, there's really freaking no way we can be mean to human beings with souls and spirits and feelings and emotions, right? In terms of karma, I don't think INFJs think about karma that much for themselves because, how do I say this? Because I think that, in my opinion, for myself at least, I'm just going to say my own thing. I know I'm a good person. I know I've done good in my life. I know I'm a good person. I know I've done bad in my life as well. But in the general scheme of things, I've done more good than bad. And I know I'm a good person. I'm doing the best I can. I'm living to the best of my ability. And so I know that good, in terms of karma, if you want to look at the balance of the equation, then I know that I've done more good in the world than bad. And I know I'm in the good spot, right? So I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. I don't worry about karma biting me in the ass because I'm not really doing anything bad anyways. I'm doing the best I can. If I make a mistake, it's not because I wanted to deliberately make a mistake. If I do something wrong unintentionally, it's not because I really wanted to do it. Mistakes happen. We're not perfect. And the universe knows that. Karma knows that too. It's not sitting there and checking things off for everything. It knows that certain things are just mistakes. Certain things happen. Mistakes happen. Shit happens, And so it knows that. And so it's not sitting there, as a lot of people think, as a cruel taskmaster, making sure that we do everything right. And a lot of mistakes turn into learnings. And so the universe knows that as well, and it wants us to make mistakes. I don't think karma is something that I really think about that much. It's not something that dictates my actions. I do things because they're the right thing to do. I don't think about, oh, yay, let's do this so we get good karma out of it. I feel like that kind of dirties the whole act, if you know what I mean. If I'm doing something because I want good karma, then what's the point? Why am I doing it? Because that just kind of ruins the whole situation. I just want to do good because I'm a good person and I want to do good in the world because that's the way it is. I'm a good human being, and why would I want to do bad in the world? If I can do good, wouldn't I choose good over bad? Isn't that logical? So in my case, I don't think about karma that much. I don't think it's important. As long as you're doing as long as you're living to the best of your ability, as long as you're doing as much good as you can, as long as you're being a good person, I don't think you need to worry about karma as much. Again, that's just my opinion. I hope, Achira, that I've answered your question. Again, thank you for asking the question. And I really appreciate all of these interesting questions because they make me think, they make me think about my own opinions and my viewpoints. I didn't realize this thing about karma until I actually started thinking about your question. I realized, I don't actually even think about karma that much. I think it's not a concept that I care about that much. It doesn't really matter to me because I know I'm in the right in terms of the way I'm living my life. Okay? So I love the questions. Please keep them coming. If you guys have any other questions at all about all the stuff that I've spoken about, let me know. And I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.